If you love historical TV shows, then there's also a strong possibility that you may also really enjoy fantasy TV shows as well, as the enjoyment of entering a new world, witnessing different societies, and understanding new cultures and magical creatures has a unique thrill to it, which is not unsimilar to the joy of watching a well-produced historical television show. So, for this video, I have gone and done something a little bit different and created this list of 5 excellent pure fantasy TV shows that you can watch on Netflix, and I believe that all viewers of this channel will really enjoy these shows as well. But before we begin, don't forget, if you love anything to do with historical TV shows or historical movies, then subscribe to my channel History Spark. And at number 5, it is Merlin, a fantasy TV show based around the legend of King Arthur with a unique spin, where we get to see the primary characters of the legend in their teenage years, rather than the older depictions we get of them in most Arthurian based movies and TV shows. This TV series' primary focus is to have a teenage Merlin guide and build a bond with Arthur to help him gain the traits that are necessary to one day become a great king. But he has to do this in a subtle and cautious manner, as he is living in a kingdom where magic is banned. The plot of the show is great across all 5 seasons, and Merlin does a really good job of building a bond between Arthur and Merlin, which is real and believable. Merlin is definitely a strong recommendation from me for anyone looking for a lighthearted and entertaining fantasy drama series. And at number 4, it is Shadow and Bone, a Netflix original fantasy TV series based off of the first 2 books of the Shadow and Bone trilogy. The premise of this TV show is pretty familiar, as it is based around a chosen warrior who has hidden and underdeveloped talents and magic powers which must be used to save and unite the world. But of course, the bad guys eventually find out about this and do all in their power to stop her. But what makes this show so unique and spectacular is its execution. It blends a complicated world with many cultures, languages, and societies seamlessly together to make the viewer really believe that this could be some real world in some faraway galaxy or even future timeline. Shadow and Bone has a strong cast, great storyline with some unexpected plot twists as well. But it can be a bit daunting at first for people like myself who are unfamiliar with the novels that this TV show is based off. But if you put in the effort, you will find a highly enjoyable fantasy series that you can watch on Netflix here. And at number 3, it is the Norwegian fantasy drama series Ragnarok, which is a Netflix exclusive show depicting a modern day Norway that inhabits both Norse gods and goddesses and other Norse mythological figures as well. The series focuses around a primary character named Magne, who is the reincarnation of Thor, and his battle against the wicked Jotun, a group of enemy gods and mythological figures. Ragnarok has an original plot, great acting, and a fascinating backdrop, but it does struggle with a weak script and some really slow pacing, especially in the initial episodes. However, if you're looking for a unique modern day spin on Norse mythology and the influence of real world problems such as climate change's impact on Norway, then Ragnarok might be the show for you. And number 2, it is The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, a fantasy TV series which is the prequel to the Dark Crystal movie from 1982. And it delves even further into the world of Thra, which was introduced in the original film. This TV series again has a pretty cliche plot of 3 friends, or gelflings, who find out a terrible secret about their rulers and eventually lead a rebellion to try to save their planet from the evil plot. I know I've simplified the plot greatly, but The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance is one of those shows you just have to watch to appreciate. The cast here is filled with some top talent such as Mark Hamill, Lena Headey, and Taron Egerton, so you'll hear a lot of familiar voices throughout this TV series. The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance may be a bit harder to get into if you aren't familiar with the original Dark Crystal film, but it is still a magnificent fantasy TV show I think anyone with a Netflix subscription should definitely check out. And the top spot on this list goes to The Witcher, a fantasy drama TV series based off of the Witcher books, which is set in a medieval inspired universe where magic, mythological creatures, and superpowered warriors all exist. And in the center of this dangerous universe, the story of Geralt of Rivia and Princess Ciri is slowly told throughout each episode. I was very hyped for the release of the Witcher TV series as I was a huge fan of the Witcher RPG games and must have put well over 100 hours into the game. And I'm happy to say the show lived up to my expectations pretty well. I did find the time jumps to be a bit confusing and felt that the story could have been told much more coherently. But the set pieces, acting, and the universe created here is truly one of a kind. And if you have a Netflix subscription, The Witcher should be on the top of your watch list as it is an epic fantasy TV series that I think all viewers of this channel will really love. So lastly, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please do like and share this video with others. And why not subscribe to my channel History Spark, as I post videos about historical movies and historical TV shows on a regular basis. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.